The following is a presentation of the Nerd Complex Podcast Network.
You're listening to Erectile Dysfunction, brought to you by Nerd Complex.
That is a huge problem.
Yo.
Hi.
Hi, Josh. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I really thought Joe said he was waiting for you two. Like, why the fuck is he loading a YouTube video?
Because the Edge will save the world.
He can try.
No, he will save the world.
Oh, God,
With
no.
all our problems.
I was supposed to be a super secret reveal.
Oh,
You weren't supposed to
whatever.
show me until after I was announced, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up.
There you
It's
go.
our show.
This is your guys' show. I'm just here for...
Travis is here.
Hey, guys.
But anyway, I'm Sean.
I'm Josh.
And this is also Joe.
Hey.
Hi, Joe.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
Could you actually play what I was going to play with Travis's intro since you...
Sure.
Travis, this is just for you, and I kind of have to rub it in since our teams just did play, even though it didn't even matter.
Oh, hold on. Eagles fly.
I did this for you
on the road
purposely.
To victory. Fly. Fly, Eagles fly. Score a touchdown. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly, on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
You can tell someone from not Philadelphia wrote that song because there's spelling at the end.
Right? It actually taught them how to spell and use words.
Some high and mighty words coming from a Cowboys fan. I barely recognize you without your 1 centimeter thick chin strap beard.
My team keeps winning. And we'll be fine.
Yes, they've won many championships in your lifetime.
They have. I've seen 3 Super Bowls.
Have you?
Yeah, how many have you seen?
I've seen 2.
You know, listen. There's more.
Oh, that's just really shit talking stuff.
I mean, I've seen 2. I've actually seen 3, but 2
I'm actually
wins.
so. I mean, football aside, one, it was a preseason game, so don't get too.
Oh
excited.
no,
Settle down.
I'm waiting for Drake to write like a fucking fight song for a team now.
Well, Toronto needs a team first. They don't have
Just
one.
for
The Buffalo
anybody, because
Bills,
all these
I mean-
songs are from like 1934.
No, if they ever change the Eagles fight song, I will jump off Joe's roof. It's fantastic.
No, they can't.
No,
it's
it's
kind of like that.
tradition.
And I'm a Packers fan, but it's like that one, and I do like the Bears one.
No, bear down,
Chicago Bears.
You sang it.
Yeah. Hey, it's catchy. I would have sang the Eagles one. But...
2, so I actually got to sing that at Lincoln Financial Field for the first time. And granted, it was like week 4 of the preseason last year against the shitty Jets with like a bunch of people who didn't even make the team. But like just to be in like Lincoln Financial Field and singing Fly Eagles Fly with a bunch of drunk Italians was everything that I've ever wanted in life and more. It was fantastic.
No,
So,
that sounds like a pure trash afternoon. Yeah. Anyway, so let's get into some shit.
yeah.
Right?
Well, let me introduce myself, you assholes.
Well,
Which, by the way,
You already did long enough. Thank you.
by the way, congratulations. You found a way for me to actually listen to your show. Well, if we have him on it, he has to listen.
Yeah, finally.
Jesus.
What are you doing to the table?
The little box keeps falling. Whatever. Fuck.
That's what she said.
Moving on.
God damn it.
Her little... Never mind. We're
Hi,
not
I'm
going
Travis. I host a show called Audio Suplex Live. Listen to me talk about wrestling. Now, moving on to these.
See, if
dickheads.
you'd like listen to our show, you'd notice that we don't follow any kind of format here.
Yeah, I know.
Ever.
No.
It's actually complete
We barely
chaos
remember
and
to like
madness.
introduce who we are.
This is
Right.
actually why I agreed to come on, because compared to my show, this is actually like a welcome vacation. This is like a nice little. I get to kick back, have a beer, hang out with a couple friends. You know,
Whoa. Pump your brakes, homie.
Wait,
Pump the brakes.
wait. Tease.
Oh, no.
Anyway, I mean, it's a good early job. First of all, I'm Sean. That's Josh. Joe. Travis, thank you for joining our fucking show. Now shut the fuck up for like 2 minutes so I can get through some of our news things we would like to talk about.
Are you sure you don't want to introduce everyone one more time?
Right? Sean, Josh, Joe, Travis, welcome. And everyone out there.
God forbid the show have a little bit of structure.
Our,
That's all I'm
fir-
saying.
our first thing is actually I was leading into, since you're our guest and you do Audio Suplex Live on our Nerd Complex. I guess we're hermaphrodites. Brothers,
Yeah, we're still
sisters.
trying to figure that out because we
We're
don't know.
just we'll be the hermaphrodite show from yours.
Well, that's what I say. Like when I introduce your guys' show on our show, I say it's the brother/sister show
Yeah.
because it's in transition. So,
But since you're on and something big out of wrestling came out today.
yeah. So
No, stop.
Okay, is it me or was he just setting me up for that and then like just whipped it out from under me? Like he was just like he puts out the carpet for me to stand on and goes, yeah, well we had you on the show today and you know there's a big wrestling thing which is right up your alley.
Sean takes long pauses.
Yeah,
Just give him a second. He'll get to his thoughts.
Remember, I do weed.
Yes, he does the weed.
how do you do weed?
You put your dig on it and just kind of.
Have you seen Scary Movie? It's really weird. No, Harold and Kumar.
Oh yeah.
Where he does weed.
Oh,
And he yells at her and abuses her.
Anyway, Sean, God damn it,
Ric Flair.
holy shit!
Ric Flair had a heart attack today, or
is that confirmed?
No,
it's not confirmed, but he had a heart problem or a heart condition.
Well, he had a weak heart from drinking and partying like there was.
But
no
he's in the
tomorrow.
hospital right now in critical condition, and
he's currently in the ICU.
I
As
like
he
how
is
they-
in a medically induced coma.
They played this off for a couple days like it was no big deal. Next thing you know, this motherfucker's having emergency surgery.
You know, I'm going to come at this from a different perspective. I know, obviously, like I'm the wrestling guy because I have the wrestling show. Thanks, guys. But I'm also a huge hip hop fan. And I think
you have a podcast?
no, I'm a big hip hop fan, and I'm also like so. Ric Flair is near and dear to me on two levels. Like, not only is he like near and dear to me because like he's Ric fucking Flair. He's a 16-time world champion, multiple 2-time WWE Hall of Famer, member of the Four Horsemen, like the greatest of all time. No hyperbole.
Yeah,
But he's been the inspiration for so many of the greatest rap lyrics of all time. Like.
One of
my
shit that he would come up with, it's on the fly.
One of my favorite, like you ask your favorite rapper and they will tell you Ric Flair is the greatest wrestler of all time because like rappers looked up to him so hard because he was braggadocious. He wore fur coats. He wore chains. He hung out with beautiful women. Did drugs.
Actually, that's really cool.
Well, honestly, where do you think?
Speaking of-
where do you think Conor McGregor is getting all his shit from?
But speaking of that, let's drop one of the Josh said one of the greatest promos of all time.
Hit
If
it.
he can spit hot fire like Dylon, we'll try to get that promo back up. But
Well, actually, Josh, you want to just do the rest of the promo right now off the top of your head?
I would, but it's not going to be as good.
no, Josh is like you said. If he's baller someday, he'll drop that at some point.
I'm saving it for a motherfucker. I'm saving it.
You have to.
Dude, like Pusha T on New Godflow, which is like one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah.
Just literally yells Ric Flair through like the entirety of the song. Like I'm Ric Flair, then I expletive deleted. I can't say it, but you know, it's like, literally just like Ric Flair on repeat. Like your favorite rapper's favorite wrestler is Ric Flair. So get well soon.
Okay, yeah,
Nate.
yeah. Honestly, Ric Flair get well soon.
We'll get back to this.
The Nature Boy.
It died. It's gone.
And
If anything, we might play it at the end of the episode.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Sean brought this to everyone's attention.
There was some news out of the Deadpool 2 site today. A stunt woman on a motorcycle actually got into an accident and ended up dying. So
Yikes.
that's kind of scary. Honestly, that's the second time I've heard about a stuntman dying on a set. Walking Dead had someone, and now
Yeah,
it's
this is in the last year. 2 people.
yeah, not even like in the last like 3-4 months. Because Walking Dead just had someone die, and now Deadpool 2 had someone die. I mean, stuntman, dangerous business in Hollywood. But
hot take: are movie stunts getting too dangerous?
no, because because they do more CGI. Even though this also brings up you're also a hero I read about too the other day. Tom Cruise had a bad stunt go for him in Mission Impossible 6, and now he's injured for a while.
He'll be back.
He's on the
stronger than
sideline.
ever.
Yep. And ruining,
Tom Cruise is no normal human.
and
ruining
the movie and the
We're straight
Dark Universe.
We're just all pussies compared to Tom Cruise. Let's just be fucking real. That man's 104 and jumping out of a building.
This is what it sounds like when Josh gets his heart on back.
Have you considered that Scientology might be the reason?
What? Scientology?
Yeah, maybe-
Sign me the fuck up.
I was gonna say maybe there's something to this Scientology that we're not giving it credit for. Like, look at him; he's doing great things at his age, and it might.
Do you really want to be in a religion where you have to pay to understand more? When
I've
you could just read science fiction books and get the same knowledge.
Wait. I would have to pay but not read?
Well, I think you still have to read.
No, but someone would just tell me.
Yeah, probably.
I don't want to read a fucking
I don't know that
science
much
book.
about Scientology. Let's not talk too much about them. They will come after us.
Oh, fuck them. They're already standing outside.
They already are. As soon as we dropped Tom Cruise's name, we went on their radar.
They're all
Have you-
outside just jacking off in Joe's yard.
have either of you guys seen the horror movie The Void? No. There's like these like creepy like hooded dudes that like stand out front of like a hospital and stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm picturing when I think of Scientologists standing out front.
Just beating off in front of Joe's yard.
Yeah, sure.
The sad thing is, that's kind of true with them. They will literally hire private investigators
To follow people?
Yeah, because even like South Park, That kind of goes into a little bit what we're going to talk about later, but South Park had a big deal with them, too, after their Scientology episode, where they were following them at their studios and everything, so they aren't anybody to screw around with.
I got to find a picture of these dudes from this movie. Carry on.
What movie?
The Void.
Oh.
Nah, I already lost interest.
Yeah.
But it's right here. It's these dudes. It's kind of creepy.
That is a little creepy.
Yeah, this is smidge. You put that picture.
That's what a Scientologist looks like.
It looks... They could not see anything there. They just saw, like, a white outline.
And I just saw, like, a dick hole direct in the middle of that mask.
Use your imagination.
Josh, that might help you with erectile dysfunction. Let's use that.
So,
Can we order that suit for Josh?
Yeah.
Bring it up. Have you do a whole show in it?
Yeah.
no, that looks too close to something else.
That looks like
True.
we're gonna...
True. True.
Well,
Yeah, let's move along now.
So
My boy fucking Zeke got hosed.
Whoa.
Yeah.
play the Eagle song again.
God damn, Godzilla just walked through here.
Jeez.
What
man.
the hell?
My boy Zeke got hosed by the NFL.
Yes. Yes, he did.
6 games is way too
What
many.
did he even do? I've been so
None
out
of us
the
know.
loop.
None of us know.
There's got to be way more to the story.
I read a story today that Roger Goodell was actually really not heavily involved in the suspension process of this, and I think like he was supposed to not be on purpose.
I saw that too, but what? So they don't blame him like they did with Brady?
That's what I'm assuming. So
It's still garbage then, because if you're the head of the fucking the league,
yeah, but at that point with Goodell, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like if he removes himself from the situation and says, "Okay, cool, I'll let somebody else, like an internal investigation, handle this," and then he's not part of it, then everybody's
well,
gonna
they're
be pissed
taking the
about
word
him.
of a supposed girlfriend who just set out to ruin his career. That's what we know so far.
So far, but like I said,
Like,
there's
we
gotta
don't know
be
everything.
way more to
What
the
happened? He
story.
steal one of her like half shirts or something?
I guess they broke up, and
He wasn't having it.
yeah, and she said she was going to ruin his career, and then
If I'm half the man your
Kinda went
shirt
for it.
was.
I mean, this has been coming a lot though, because this happened in college. I mean, this happened with I believe Jameis Winston
I mean, every college football player ever.
or Delvin Cook or something. Not every college football player, but this has been happening a lot. Or I don't remember.
stop saying names.
Yeah, I forget, but it's been happening a lot where girls have been coming out and saying these ridiculous accounts, and sometimes they're not ridiculous. I
Yeah.
mean, there are guys out there, especially in the NFL, like we were talking
that
about,
get away with some shady shit.
like the kicker of the Giants who claimed that he's beat his wife 20 plus times, like straight out and said it.
And what did he get, a game?
Yeah, a game. That's why I don't want to totally judge judgment. I agree with you.
No,
Zeke was totally screwed on this.
As far as, because they're not telling us anything.
Yeah. If they know more, tell us more of the story. Did he really beat her? Or did he do something more? Is he involved with a drug trade from Ohio State? Like, there's got to be a reason these 6 games.
Check his tattoos.
Check his tattoos.
Check his tattoos. I'm kidding. I'm an Ohio State fan too. I should probably put that out there. Like,
I'm just hoping that it gets appealed down to like 2 or 3.
At least they should be 3. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, he is stupid.
Yeah.
Suspend him. And I'm a Cowboys fan.
look, he did something stupid. But they all did.
I'm doing some very important research here. Carry on.
Okay, whatever.
No, I just don't get it.
It's kind of sad, though. This is one of the big first news stories, though, for the NFL.
Oh, I don't care when he comes back. 6 weeks, he still won't play the Eagles, so I really don't. Moving on.
See, I'm happy as a Packer fan because Packers play him October 6th, so we don't have to deal with Zeke.
That's past 6 weeks, my dude.
No, he comes back week 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it 6 weeks?
Yeah.
6 games.
6
but
games.
They have a bye week 7. So that totally fucks up my draft.
Yeah, your fantasy team is screwed.
Yeah, we don't touch the Cowboys until November 19th.
Yeah, no one cares about the Eagles' schedule.
Not at all. They're not. I don't even know if they're a team anymore.
Really?
No.
Don't they play at that Linkle Financial?
Linkle?
I did that purposely.
Linkle?
Why did I agree to that?
Oh, we want it on here so bad.
Yep.
Actually, I had no idea. Joshua just texted me Saturday, and he's like, "By the way, Trevor's going to be on our show." And this is exactly what I replied to him. Like, so you went to a store and asked about the straight edge, and then you just said something about the show, and he's like, I wanted to sound more interesting, but yeah.
And we'll get to this a little bit later, but you know what the funny thing is? I didn't really want to make like a huge deal out of anything, but I feel like this is like completely the opposite. It's
Well, when I heard, I got too many secondhand stories here, so that's why I had to go right to the source.
You shouldn't have gotten any secondhand stories. I told like 3 people. Oh my God. Anyway.
This is a gossipy town, bro.
Very small town, man.
Everyone cackles.
Yeah.
As of 29 minutes ago, Ric Flair is out of surgery and resting.
Good.
That's good.
So
It's a good thing.
Looking better.
And I've got the promo ready.
Okay,
You want to
cool.
watch it?
Yeah, fire it up.
Yeah,
Fire it up.
just 'cause of
That's
that
good
news.
That's good news.
Women.
Unreal.
Look at them.
I'll drink to that.
They. I would, but I'm out of beer. Ric Flair.
God, Ric Flair, dude. Honestly, just fantastic.
Yeah.
Just like as a wrestling fan.
I'll even say this: the only man besides Goldust the days who could walk to the ring in a woman's robe.
That wasn't a women's robe. That was a champion's robe.
It was very flamboyant, but
That's the
once
whole point,
again,
Sean.
No.
I know,
Huh?
I know, but he was like
There's
at that
never-
time the only man that could do that.
Nope, no. There was a ton at that time that could do it, but also, it wasn't flamboyant. It was braggadocious. It was over the top. It was him saying, "Look here, Dusty Rhodes. Look here, Ricky
Look up the
Steamboat.
definition
Look
of
here,
flamboyant.
Look here, Sting. I am better than you," and he backed it up.
Yeah, but he even did that even before all that too.
Unbelievable.
He was
Literally-
he was amazing.
I know the term GOAT gets thrown out a lot, like greatest of all time.
Wait,
Actually, the GOAT.
I don't know.
yeah, they
Ric
would,
Flair.
once again though,
Who
I
are you
think
gonna put?
I think it's personal preference.
it is also
That's objectively speaking. Like that's like just just fact. Like that's a fact. Ric Flair is the GOAT.
What do you judge that by?
I
though?
think he's a good promo, but I would say that some people were better in the ring than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to look at his overall just influence on everything.
Well, then Dusty Rhodes.
Well, no.
Well, then you would go Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan changed it all.
I would say Hulk Hogan is bigger than Ric Flair. But then I would also say Stone
he's not-
Cold is bigger than all of them.
It's subjective. I get that.
Because if you want to play it like how you're doing it, then Hulk Hogan is bigger than Ric Flair.
I don't know, man. Ric Flair's just God. Ric Flair's the best.
No, I understand what Josh's saying is, and what you're saying too is, but what Josh is saying is, Hulk Hogan brought like wrestling into the main light in the 80s.
God, but Ric Flair's just great.
Yeah, Ric Flair is.
No, he
he's
is great. He is one of the greatest of all time.
What's funny is he is one of the greats, but he's not even in my top 5.
But you even said it too.
He's one of the best. He's
The-
just great.
He is great. There's nothing wrong with just saying, "Hey, he's a great wrestler."
He's just fantastic, man.
And that's the thing too. It's trying to combine like wrestlers from different time periods to say,
Yeah,
who's
you really
great,
when you okay. So to concede your point, like when you do talk about the best, you really have to take a lot of things into consideration, like what era were they in, you know,
how influential on the business they truly were. Because
Yeah.
the bigger they were, because yes, Ric Flair, we all love Ric Flair now, but even back then, like he made money, but he wasn't the biggest star. Like
he was the biggest star when he was at the height of his powers.
no.
Hogan was still bigger.
In the mid to late 80s, maybe, but in the territory days of like the early 80s, late 70s, there was no man on this planet.
Yeah, but that's
that was
bigger
a
than Ric
short
Flair.
period of
Yeah,
time.
that's the beginning before Vince McMahon in the 80s took away the territories, which changed wrestling forever.
And Hogan was,
But even still, like
Hogan
I mean,
was bigger and
No,
then
and
for
I-
a
and I
longer
get
period of
that.
time.
I'm not here to debate whether or not Hogan.
Oh,
was,
we're
like-
not. This has just
No.
became a great topic.
Yeah.
I like it. Like,
No, Hogan's
this is
Hogan's
good.
great. Like, don't get it. Like, I respect Hogan and what he's done. For
And
the
I'm a
business.
Hogan hater.
Yeah, no, and I the same. Like, I'm very much anti-Hogan at this point at this juncture of my life. He's a terrible wrestler, an okay promo at best, unless he was working heel. Even then,
those were sketch.
Even then, he had Eric Bischoff, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash to carry him through the promos. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, like
Instead of like a happy brother, it was like the angry brother.
Hogan does not crack my top 5.
Oh no, but I'm just saying though, you have to look at it like.
Let's do it. Top 5.
Shawn Michaels,
Yep.
Bret Hart,
Yep.
Austin,
Yep.
Jericho,
Oh yeah.
Styles.
Okay. Sean, you want me to come back to you?
I do Austin.
What?
It's gonna be a lot of Attitude Era because I'm a little biased.
What?
Undertaker,
What?
The Rock.
What?
I'd probably have to say Dusty Rhodes.
What?
Okay. Damn, curveball right there.
Actually, Dusty's in my top 5.
Really?
He's one of the biggest of all. And Hogan just because of what he did to wrestling.
Hit him, Joe. What? All right. What? Give me Dusty Rhodes. Give me Ric Flair. Give me Sting. Kurt Angle. And Austin.
I was never a big Sting guy. I thought it was boring.
Sting for me was like...
Honestly, though, Sting took a long time to get his... I mean, everyone does, though, but, like, not even until he became the man of nightmares. The Crow pretty much the Crow, when he ripped off another gimmick, and he rips off another gimmick. Like, his gimmicks... Yeah, I can talk about... I have a story of how he ripped off someone else's gimmick.
Well, yeah.
No, the Joker one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
but no one saw that, so it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It does in the wrestling world underground, but...
I mean, it's TNA. It's kind of all just washed away.
There's a lot of people who would actually like to forget Joker Sting existed.
Yeah, it was a stupid thing.
Sting for me, so I was a big WCW fan growing up. If you guys listen to ASL, you guys know
I was not, and it took me forever to realize that there actually was another promotion when I was a kid.
For the first 3 years of my wrestling fanhood, I was glued to Monday Nitro every night between 1996 and 1998.
I would only Attitude Era at that point.
I only watched the first little bit for the cruiserweights. That's why I was such a big Jericho fan.
He was fantastic.
Everything else was boring as shit,
dude.
Because they all were boring promos to me as a kid.
We were talking to James from another one of our Nerd Complex shows.
Chick Flick
Picks. We were talking to him yesterday on our episode for ASL, and we were talking about how back in the late '90s, you would watch the first hour of Nitro because you had the cruiserweights and the undercard, the television title scene, and then you would watch the main event, the last hour of Raw, because WCW did a really good job with their undercard. And WWE did a good job with their main event, like with their upper to mid card.
Most of the time, yeah. But once again, though, that was the talent too.
You were such a contrarian.
No, it was the talent.
One of these days, you're just going to agree with something I say.
For what?
No,
Josh is completely
I do agree with you. You would watch the main event of WWE or WWF at
I'm just saying,
point.
during the quote unquote Attitude Era or the Monday Night Wars,
because their talent at the top was better. That's why you watch the main events. They would
their talent was better because we all saw that Hogan Piper cage match. That was
that's what I'm saying is
I know we're agreeing with you.
The lower to mid card talent on WCW was better than the lower to mid card talent on WWF. And on the contrary, WWF's upper mid card and main event talent was better than WCW's upper to mid card and main event talent. So you had one show had a really good undercard, and the other show had a really good main event. Because I watched WCW for the cruiserweights and the television title.
I just wanted to watch Jericho, and I didn't give a shit about it. And I like Eddie Guerrero too.
If you have a single unsavory thing to say about La Parka, we can end this show and take it out to the parking lot.
Oh, I have nothing to say because I have no clue who he is.
We're at a house, and I don't think there's a parking lot.
I will defend La Parka with every last.
No, there's a parking lot down the street. We can
I'm
just
not walking that far.
To prove
to
a
have
point,
an awkward grown man fight where we just roll on top of each other.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. Speaking of come at me, bro, can we talk about South Park 20-year anniversary?
Shit. See, Sean's good for one.
Wait.
Sean is good for one good segue.
I'm learning them slowly, but damn.
Where did that term come from, by the way?
Segue?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
those people. Yeah, those dumb things that can't tip over. Now they're trying
to
take them off.
There was a word before those were around.
Napoleon.
Really?
It was Napoleon.
Was it?
The dude that sticks
You're
his hand.
Making this up.
I want to segue into another country, I believe is what he said.
Huh.
Well, South Park turned 20
yesterday. Then he rode on a Segway into France.
Yes.
I like it.
One charge.
And I'm excited because South Park turned 20 yesterday.
Shouts out, dude.
What happened to South Park?
It turned 20.
One more year, it'll be able to drink.
Right?
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Joe, I have a bone to pick. How come you can get drops like this on the fly for this show, but when I want something...
Oh, no. That's been loaded into the board for months. This is the first time I've actually been able to use it.
Wait. Which is even more damning because I made that drop for you guys.
Yeah. I think I use that drop more on the show than Joe has. Yeah. And that was the first episode. We don't use drops here.
Nah.
We don't need drops. We have enough drops ourselves. But I'm excited... because South Park is coming back this fall again.
September, I believe it is, for season 21.
21, finally.
Holy hell, dude.
It is very old.
That's insane.
I remember watching the first episode.
Well, I was talking about one of the episodes the other day. I think one of my favorites is the one where they the Jonas Brothers with the purity rings.
Oh, God,
oh my God, this is my favorite is like
where Kenny's dating a girl and he just wants to get head.
That's the best part of the episode is the giant satanic Mickey Mouse that comes out. Oh
yes,
you little Jonas Brothers better put on your goddamn purity rings.
There's too many good episodes of South Park.
And Mickey Mouse will continue to purge and then return to Valhalla, where he will slumber for 7 years. Oh. Anyway, South Park, 20 years.
Yes.
Mazel tov.
Yeah.
Mazel tov.
Oh, you just tipped a beer. We're gonna take a promo break and then come back and talk about that.
Right.
Next.
What?
You're in erectile dysfunction.
No.
Hello, my name is Speedpot.
And I'm James.
And we host a podcast called Chick Flick Picks, where two adult males watch chick flicks and dissect them.
Dissect?
Yeah, talk about it. We make fun of it and have some fun with it. So hopefully you will enjoy it right here on the Nerd Complex Network.
Well, the show's kind of a train wreck and a half. But honestly, Chick Flick Picks is coming out, and this is the movie they watched, and I'm going to go home and watch it and critique it myself. I'm probably going to fall madly in love with this movie. Joe, you watched this movie. How bad is this movie?
Very bad.
Very bad?
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is that you're going to rip off one of our other shows and do your own, like...
No. I'm just going to watch this movie.
Screw Chick Flick Picks. We're going to do our own version of it.
Show me what to do with teen movies. Next up, the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Teen Flick Picks with Sean Paul.
Princess Bride.
Rated PG-13.
No, Princess Diaries 1 and 2. It's a double feature.
I would actually kind of be down for that. That's the sad thing. I would watch really bad teen movies just to do
You're
that.
going to stare at it. Don't just stare at it. Drink it.
Eat it.
What are you doing?
I'm playing with this ball. Josh, why don't you kick this off since you're so interested in all this?
Well, the reason for Travis being here...
Besides my charisma and never-ending entertainment value.
None of that. None of that at all. Could you do that for me,
No,
please?
I'm afraid you're going to hurt yourself.
That's why I said we.
This show is a train wreck and a half this week.
Well, you knew what you were getting.
We are so off the rails.
Okay. The reason Travis is here
Yeah?
is because something very special happened to him.
I wouldn't say it's very special. I almost wanted to warn you.
I would, because like when you went to the police and showed them on that doll where things went really south, that
Like,
took a lot of courage.
Real South.
Yeah, actual South. Geographic South.
Yes.
So what do you want to talk about, Josh?
Travis, what were you up until last week?
Male. And now I identify as Metallica. Actually. So no, okay.
I wish that would have been funny.
Up until about a week ago from this past Saturday, I had lived the last
Wait. Metallica?
Yeah, I identify as Metallica.
You wanted to be four men?
Yeah.
Like that horrible band?
To excuse you, if you have a negative thing to say, you with your La Parka, you with Metallica, I will meet you guys in the parking lot down the street.
Sounds like he just wants to have two guys
Dude,
on top of him.
He just wants to fight for our hardcore title.
You know, it's been a slippery slope. Okay, first and foremost, there's only one podcast on this network that has any title, and that's, you know.
No, I don't know.
We fight for the hardcore title. You guys don't talk about hardcore matches. We do the
Sean
hardcore.
a picture of the belt I got.
Yes.
It's fucking sweet.
It's amazing.
So to your point,
it's the
Josh,
same boat you already.
To your point, Josh, and here's the thing: like this is actually contrarian to what I was to my whole thought process behind this. Anyway, was I wasn't gonna make like a big sweeping announcement. And I still don't really necessarily think this counted it, but you wanted to ask me as a friend what it was like.
Because no one listens.
I've been also nobody that I know is gonna listen to this. So, so I've been straight edge.
I was just generally curious about this.
Yeah, so I've been straight edge, or was straight edge, basically from the age of like 20 until I'm now currently 31 years old. So,
can I ask you what made you want to become straight edge?
So, and I was thinking about this because I knew that we were going to talk about this tonight. So I think a lot of people in the straight edge community, initially when they get involved in it, it usually stems from one thing or one major thing, and that's the hardcore music community and the want for there to be some sort of like brotherhood and fellowship. So a lot of your guys who were straight edge got involved in it because they started going to hardcore shows, found out that there was like this hardcore community of like, you know, people who kind of identified and had like the same ideals and stuff like that, and just kind of gravitated to it. And because you had that like, you know, support group of friends and stuff like that, like
I generally associate it with someone having an alcoholic parent who is abusive.
And you know, that's actually
was generally more of the reasoning for it.
I never had anything like that. Like my I didn't see my dad drink until I want to say I was like maybe 12 years old. Like, and that was actually traumatic for me. So I was like 12 years old. We're doing New Year's Eve at my place. My mom's going to church. My dad convinced my mom, because he was a saint and the greatest man that ever lived, convinced my mom to like, no, the boys don't want to go to church. We're just going to stay in and watch a Jaws marathon for New Year's Eve.
That's a solid choice.
Got ourselves like a cracker, cheese, and pepperoni tray. And
hey boys, do you want to watch movies or do you want to go listen about Jesus for an hour and two?
So
let's watch the shark kill everybody for 2 hours.
So basically, what ended up happening with that was my dad got like a 6-pack of Budweiser or something like that, and brings it back, and like he's like, yeah, you know what? It's been a long time. I think I'm just gonna have myself a few beers and hang out with my boys and whatever. And I looked at my dad. I'm like, 12 years old. I'm completely naive. I had never seen my dad drink to this point, like not a single drop. And I even asked him. I was like, are you gonna become an alcoholic now? Because I didn't know how that worked. I just assumed, like, well, this is it. This is where it starts. So, but yeah, my dad never drank growing up. My mom very, very seldom drank growing up. So I didn't really have like a, any history of like, problems like that from that front. So for me, it was, I had experimented with like drugs and alcohol when I was younger, and it just didn't really vibe with me. And then when I moved here, I was kind of at a point where I didn't have anybody influencing me to try and experiment again with drugs and alcohol. And it was a good combination of that mixed with girl that I was dating at the time was Edge. So it was just convenient. So it just kind of like became a thing. And then after that relationship ended and moving on from that, like it just kind of stuck. Like, so yeah. There was never really like, people would ask me all the time when they would find out, like, oh, like, were you an alcoholic? Were you a drug addict? Were you like, no, I was never any of that. Like, I just didn't like drinking. Like, I just wasn't for me when I was younger. So
that's like,
yeah,
I can totally understand that.
Yeah, and it's a lot. You were actually one of the better ones who was.
One of the better ones.
You were.
No, seriously.
All pretentious motherfuckers. For
yeah. And listen. I have friends who are either still straight edge or were straight edge at one point in life, and I do agree that I think some of them can take it a bit far. I think they can be a little bit too just like judgmental about it. Yeah. Or I would like to think that as a friend, that I was never like really like pushy about.
Honestly, dude, you know me for a long time now, and I've always told you like that's one of the reasons I always liked hanging out with you. Even if I smoke weed and drink and stuff, and when I was around you and doing that stuff, I mean,
never bugged me.
Yeah, honestly, we watched the Star Wars marathon at my house for 2 days while I'm just sitting there getting baked out, and he's just sitting there like having a grand old time while we're playing like Star Wars trivia and shit.
I honestly think I knew you for like a year before like someone had actually told me.
And that's actually like a big thing with me too. Is like it was never so much a part of my personality that I would feel like it was necessary to tell people, because it's just like, I don't go up to people and say like, "Hey, what's going on? My name's Travis. I'm male." Like it's just it was part of my identity. Like it wasn't the whole of my identity. It was just like one of the many parts. So
well, you're like all of us.
Yeah. So.
And it was one of, like, honestly, and like Sean said it, and like you broke Edge or whatever. I'm like, I kind of forgot all about that.
So Breaking Edge actually got me some heat with my best friend. Because I didn't actually tell him, and so I never actually made it like a point to tell people, like maybe like a handful of people.
So you were gonna let them see you have a beer and then cause heart attacks.
Nobody's had a heart attack to date. Like,
motherfuckers are about to start stroking out if you're allowed to show up at a bar. Let me get 2.
Travis, if you really broke it, you should have done the Stone Cold way and just walked in, and be like, toss me 2 of them, and just start pouring them down your throat. Right. Like,
well, hey, I had a buddy do that for my birthday, and it was the coolest thing ever. He just threw 2 beers at me.
Manders.
Yeah, my 30 seconds coming up here pretty soon, so get ready. Get a couple Steve Weisers on deck. Let's do it. Let's run it.
Let's actually get his beer.
Yeah, a couple of Stone Cold IPAs.
Yeah.
You can't slam those together, though.
No, they're glass bottles.
Yeah.
Well, no, they come in cans.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, he has cans.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, but they're going to be wheat beer, and they're going to be heavy, so they're not
okay, so that actually amazed me, because at the last Mania that he was at, he actually did the Stone Cold Steve Austin salute with the 2 beers, but it was with his IPA, like his Stone Cold IPA.
And JBL called them Steve Weisers?
Well, no, but I'm like, dude, IPAs are fucking heavy. How can you like straight like pound 2 of those like
he
that?
Doesn't.
Like,
if you notice, go back and watch the Attitude Era. When he's pouring them down his throat, he's not even pouring half the beer down.
I like how Sean's trying to tell me that like Stone Cold didn't just pour beer all over himself during the Attitude Era. Like I didn't know. Thank you, Sean.
No, you said you watched a lot of WCW, and Stone Cold was my dude.
Thank you. Yeah, actually,
he was my dude.
Until about 30 seconds ago, I actually had no idea what Stone Cold was even about. I just assumed that he was kind of like the gimmick was like a Cold Stone Creamery employee that got disgruntled and decided to start wrestling.
It was taken from like an 80s horror movie.
So
no, but I'm just saying, some people actually think he did that. I'm like, you're dumb.
I can't believe people would actually still think that now.
Yeah.
Kayfabe, dude. Kayfabe. So
kayfabe was dead at that point.
It's not dead.
No, kayfabe's still very real today.
All you have to
straight up.
That's
all
why
you have
there's
to
a
do is
bionic dick out there on the indie scene right now.
All you have to do, shouts out to Joey Ryan.
yeah.
All you have to do is look at WWE's Instagram comments or the YouTube comments to know that kayfabe is still very well alive.
I've seen some of those.
There are people who legitimately are still invested.
Oh yeah,
that's called Kentucky.
And I love it. And
there'll always be that 3% that literally believe wrestling is truly real. Like it's straight up like 3% of their audience always believes like, no, those guys really do hate each other. Okay, yeah, maybe to a point. Maybe they don't like each other in the back sometimes, but that's all bullshit.
Yeah. So.
But anyway, Breaking Edge.
Yeah. So.
Bum.
I mean, so for me, like, okay, so it was easy for me to break Edge because like. I never really, aside from a handful of like friends who were straight edge or whatever, I never really had like a core group of like straight edge friends that like kind of helped keep me in that direction or anything like that. And that was the thing, kind of going to your point earlier about me, being able to just hang out with you while you're getting baked out of your fucking mind.
Right.
Was straight edge to me was always a issue of personal choice.
Yeah.
It was never a thing of like societal choice. Like I don't care what other people do. It seems like if you were doing like, hard drugs and like harming yourself, I would probably like be like, yo, dude.
Well,
fucking
at the point, if you're seeing someone like totally destroying their life, you should like step in and say something.
Yeah, that's less to do with like the hard drugs as much as it's to do with like, yo, I don't want you to like die.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I believe everyone deserves to have fun, and however you want to have fun, and I like I told,
as long as you're being responsible and not hurting yourself.
You're being
or
responsible,
else.
And like I said, everyone finds their own poison.
Right.
I mean,
it
doesn't have to be beer. I mean, music can be a poison to people.
Like the band Poison?
Well, like that one too, but because they're horrible. Like
that is actually my poison. Is Poison.
Wow, that's actually really bad.
So yeah, so for me, like I never really had like a core group of friends or anything like that. I've got some friends that are edge or have been edge or whatever, and so on and so forth. But like for me, it was always like a personal thing about myself. It was always like a personal choice for myself to be like, okay, and to a certain point, it literally just became kind of stubbornness. Like it was just like, oh, well, I've been edge for so long now. At this point, like, why stop now?
Well, before this moment, how long, or like, has it been something you've been thinking about for a while, and you finally just pulled the trigger now?
Yeah, pretty much. So it's been like just something that's kind of like been on my consciousness for like the last year or two of my life. Like, one, and I've realized this since I've started like drinking or whatever, is that like, I'm kind of glad I'm coming into it now and not in my 20s, because I feel like I definitely would have been the guy who would have tried to push the limits as hard as he could throughout his 20s. Like now I feel like I skipped all the going out to like just get trashed.
Don't make fun of me. I'm sitting right here.
Like I don't feel like I want to go out and get trashed. Like I just want to like go out and have a couple of beers with friends or whatever. You know what I mean? So I feel like I personally, for my lifestyle, for me, came into it at the right time. Like I waited till like it was way past the point of like, okay, go out and just get dumb. You know what I mean? Like, not to say that there's
going out and getting dumb is fun though.
Yeah,
it's really fun. I mean, we do it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I do it more often.
Yeah.
So actually this weekend I did not go out at all.
What? I probably went out more than you did this weekend.
Yeah, well, dude, I've been going out like every weekend, like straight. Like,
well, he's got some weekends to catch up here, Sean.
Well, he's got a lot of weekends to catch up.
Well, the fun thing,
I remember growing up. Hold on, before you go on with your story, it's just
whoa.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying.
You guys just brought me here to talk about it, but it's whatever. Go ahead.
God, you just come on our show and just try to hijack it. Like
you knew what you were signing up for.
No, I'm just saying. No, but the difference between me and you is I think I was a lot more exposed to it. I did have the group of friends. Like, my parents were cool because we come from Wisconsin, and one of my parents' rules were...
I've never heard, like, cool in Wisconsin in the same sentence, like, ever before. This is crazy. Go on.
Bullshit, you've been there. It's really cool.
Yeah, very, very, very cool. It's like the Los Angeles of the Midwest.
Not even close, but...
Carry on.
No, but we played beer pong like every Friday, Saturday night, which turned into a pretty much binge drinking fucking like college kids.
I was a fucking loner as like an early adolescent, early 20s, like late adolescence, early 20s. Like I literally just like came home from school. I didn't have a lot of friends when I first moved here, surprise. So I didn't really have that to kind of guide me into that path. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it was just kind of like it was never like a priority.
Well, no, I understand what you're saying. Which you kind of have to have someone show you like.
Oh, it's hilarious because like
you need your partner in crime.
I have so much beer to catch up on. Like so many people like the first night I went out and drank, so many people were like handing me their drinks to kind of like, hey, do you like this? Hey, do you like this? Hey, do you like this? Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm literally this is the first time I've drank Sierra Nevada. So, like, pale ale.
Everybody that doesn't say in our comments how a pussy you are for drinking this, no.
No, it's fine. You know what? I will say this. There is a actual conscious, am I drinking like a beer that people are going to make fun of me for? Like, but honestly, I just don't give a shit. Like, I'm just going to keep trying shit until I find stuff that
honestly,
I like,
that's all you, with alcohol, that's all it is just try. Now that you're in this world,
a lot of bad things.
Yeah, you really, there's going to be things you like. Like, I know you're a big coffee guy. There's a lot of coffee beers that are really good.
Honestly, I don't know if I'll get to that point. We'll see. I don't know, man. The door is open now, so
you just try them, man. It's just it. If you like the taste of like different beers, like I'm not a big liquor guy. I like beer.
I'm actually kind of curious if this is going to be anybody's first time finding out that. Like, just like if
no, seriously, don't worry. No one listens.
No,
to our
show.
Josh's mom is our only listener.
I love it.
Hello, Mrs. Josh. Sideshow posted on our channel. Hey, watch tonight as Travis tells us about Breaking Edge.
That'd be amazing.
Now, from the few people that you've told, besides your one friend, has there been any like?
Well, he wasn't mad at me for Breaking Edge. He was more mad at me for not telling him.
Has there been any like heat or like
no.
Upcoming heat that you think might come your way?
No. And that's part of the other thing too. When I was talking about like, I think I came into this at the right time. I've come into this at a time where one, I have a lot of good friends who are into like really good beers and stuff like that, and have really been kind of like Joe has kind of been like a Sherpa. On this kind of journey, like kind of like recommending stuff to me,
just on his back gliding to the top.
Yeah. I'm just like riding on Joe's back to the land of hops. It's pretty nice. No, like all of my friends, fuck off. All of my friends have been like super cool, super supportive. Like, Stan's like the one friend who got really pissed at me, and understandably so. Like, I understand why he got mad, but all of my friends have been like, I think probably the coolest is my friend Katie. I saw her at the bar on Saturday. And once again, like I didn't make like a big sweeping like Twitter or Facebook post like, oh my God, guess what, guys? I drink now.
Oh, also,
I think that's the most respectable thing that anyone could have done.
Right. So
honestly, I do.
No. I was gonna say like he's not 16.
You know what happened?
Who fucking cares?
You know what happened?
But we're such like with society.
An announcement.
Why didn't you put it on Twitter?
Yeah.
I know.
Why is it not on Facebook?
No, I know.
How come I didn't find out about this already?
Where's the picture of you with the beer on Instagram, bro?
So what ended up happening was I go to the bar on Saturday and I ordered my food, I ordered a drink, I turned around and I started talking to my friends. And then that was it. And then one of my friends like noticed, like my friend Katie, she like looked at my hand, she's like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's an Oberon. She goes, you're drinking? I'm like, yeah, I decided to start drinking. She's like, oh, okay, cool. And then just continued on our conversation like nothing had ever happened. And that is literally the reaction that I think could probably be the best reaction for this. Because like when I was straight edge, it was never like a thing. It was never, and you guys have seen this firsthand personally, like it's never been like a, hey, what's going on, Travis, and I don't drink. And I don't think it should be any different now that I do. Like I did. My big thing is I never needed a real reason to be straight edge. I don't think I need a real reason to not be. So,
fair point.
Yeah, just be you.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do.
I'm the same Travis. I'm still an asshole.
Well, we know that.
I still hate pretty much everything, but now I drink beer.
So, that's my stick. That's my stick. Okay.
Seriously.
So now
bring him on our show and he tries to hijack everything.
So now I'm just like all the rest of you jag-offs. Like I'm just just a normal jag-off like the rest of you guys. I don't have any fun wrinkles to my personality.
No, I'm just saying I'm glad. Well, I'm not glad you're doing it, but
you know what? I'm going to be upset for the straight edge people. How could you turn your back on us, Travis?
I don't think anybody knew I was edge to begin with. So
did you have to burn off
Josh, you turned straight edge for 5 days.
I'm straight edge now. I'm getting the tat.
My buddy goes.
I'm getting the sweet tat put on my back. What?
My buddy goes. I'm straight edge until payday. Nice.
Yeah, you're so straight edge.
I like it. So, but let me also add this into the conversation as well. I have no ill will or disrespect towards anybody who claims edge still. Like if that is the lifestyle choice that you
I'll
decide,
take that over for you. I do.
Yeah, if that's the lifestyle.
Well, Josh, you truly hate everything.
if that's the lifestyle choice that you've decided to live and you think it's the right lifestyle choice for you, not only do I back it, but I encourage it. Like fucking embrace it. Like be straight edge. you know, don't be a dick. I guess that's like the only thing I would tell you.
That's all I said, and that's why I've always said I respected you, even when I knew you were straight edge. Yeah, I gave you shit because I thought it was funny.
I did have somebody tell me they were proud of me that I broke edge. I'm like, what the fuck does that?
That's a
mean?
weird
like,
thing to be.
Yeah,
proud of.
that's a weird thing.
But then again, I also had people that, and I would have the same reaction when people would tell me that they were proud of me for being edge. I'm like, don't be proud of me because I'm not. It's not a thing.
It's
I'm
my
doing
lifestyle.
for pride.
It's what I want to do.
I'm not doing it for you to be proud of me. I'm doing it because I didn't want to drink beer. Like, it's nothing crazy. So
well, there's more than just that and just drinking beer.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's another topic in and of itself. So.
Yeah. Josh, any more questions?
No, you pretty much covered it. I just don't want to drag it out.
Let me dispel a couple of rumors for you. So straight edge is not a cult.
Are you sure?
No.
The weird tattoos and skinheads?
No.
So you're gonna let your hair grow back?
No, probably not. I just don't like doing my hair. I just kind of got tired of like trying to do my hair every day.
Do you have any
work.
XXX attire?
So that's the thing. I never got a straight edge tattoo, and then I do have like one straight edge
belt.
It's a basketball jersey, actually.
You got to burn it.
No, I think
you should frame it.
Generally, no. I
Put
think
the dates.
Like it's a grave.
No, we're gonna hang it from the rafters. It's gonna retire.
Yes, we should.
We're gonna retire.
Can we retire it in the rafters of the Nerd Complex studio?
We'll have a ceremony.
That's a bit excessive.
No, put the stripper lights on. We'll just do a whole presentation.
Let's make this happen.
Can we do the as long as we can get the Jordan Bulls music, the do do do.
Oh, dude, easily.
Do do do.
We'll have two little people standing in the back, just pulling it up
Say
slowly.
midgets. God damn it, dwarves.
Little people.
All right, so now that we're done talking about my sobriety.
Yes, welcome back to our real show. Welcome back to Erectile this fucking. No, and honestly, Josh wanted to bring you on and talk about it because when I told him, he was really surprised.
Yeah,
it was really funny. I told you the story before, but
I think I would be a much more interesting guest if I had ever been like really anything more than just straight edge and name only. Like for me, it's never been like anything like intense. I never went to hardcore shows and fucking beat people up for smoking cigarettes. You know, I suck at moshing. I look terrible in mesh shorts. Like. That was never my lifestyle. Like I was straight edge just because I just didn't like to do.
And that's the thing is, even because him and I worked at Hot Topic a long time.
Go on.
And we would meet a lot of those straight edge douchebags who would just come in there and cause ruckuses, and that's why I had got a bad reputation.
I never fucked with those dudes. Those dudes were like.
Those dudes were like, and I even looked at him, and I even told him one time, I'm like, you understand working out is just as much as a drug as drinking or smoking or doing drugs.
That's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
No, it's endorphins. It's a releasing endorphins. And the more you do it, the more you can damage your body. Look at those people who overdo it, who have no neck, who look disgusting. Or who then get into, like, later in life, probably like Travis, who's like, well, my working ain't working out. I need to find something else. And I'm not saying Travis did this, but they could start doing steroids or something else that helps out with. Like, everyone has something they need to release.
Everybody has a vice.
Yeah.
Exactly. And how you use it and stuff, that's cool you have a vice. That's cool you want to do something. But I've always said, don't push it on other people. It's not cool to do that. Have your fun, just do what you do, and then enjoy everybody else's.
Yeah, I like to start small fires, and I encourage everyone to do that more often.
I love the small start fires.
I like to masturbate to episodes of erectile dysfunction.
That's really hard to do.
And that's a fucking lie, because you said you'll listen to the show.
Right? We're actually making you listen to the show.
Congrats,
because
guys.
of this.
This will be the first episode that I ever listened to, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
It's a very sweaty episode.
It's about time. It only took 8 episodes in.
Yeah.
Is it sweaty in here?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I try to listen to you guys when I'm cooking food.
Oh, that's too hard.
Yeah, and that's what I realized. It's like way too hard. And my commute's not long enough to actually sit down and like enjoy the show for what it really is. Honestly, I feel like I need to be high to really get the most out of this.
No, honestly, I got that from one of the other people that listened to our show.
The one person.
No, you know Chris Ross.
Yeah, the one listener.
No, he actually doesn't listen to our show, but his girlfriend does all the time. Lacey. But
Lacey, what's up? Shouts out.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. But anyway, Chris was telling me, like, they were sitting there playing a video game, and, like, he was sitting there trying to pay attention, but she was listening to our show and kept laughing, and he's like, what the hell are you laughing at? Like,
she's like, who gave these jagoffs a show?
Nah, we say that every day. Yeah. And speaking on that note, Josh, where can they find you on the social media?
Wait, we're plugging already?
Yep. Yeah, we're out of here.
That was a very unsmooth. Oh my god, this is too abrupt for me.
There's nothing there.
Oh no. Okay.
You can find me on Grindr at HandyJ.
We are so gonna make that account. Get on it right now.
It's just my hand. I have the softest hands, people.
He really does.
Well, that's what you get for folded T-shirts.
Is that what's been caressing my inner thigh for the entirety of the show?
Yeah. I just got lost in there.
He just wanted to get more information out of you.
It's a brand new account. People, please be kind. I'm just new to this.
Dude, it has one beer and it's like a slippery slope.
What's that one account now that's like AOL chat now that everyone's getting on, or Live Journal, or I don't know that you.
Siraha?
Yeah, that's stupid.
I was
thing.
about to go, Jesus, Grandpa. Like, how many do you gonna name?
Like ICQ.
No,
so I left this message up the other day.
Seriously, everyone's making a big deal about this new site. I'm like, oh, you mean 4chan when you could go back in the day and post anonymously and say the dirtiest, stupidest shit to anybody you wanted?
It's not exactly the same thing. It's more akin to like a what were the ones that like the Curious Cat and stuff like that? There was like a couple of like other ones like this where it's like an anonymous message thing. It's not.
You're proving my point.
No, 4chan and Sarah
are
not even remotely the same.
No, you're proving my point that this is nothing new, and people are making a big deal like it's like the biggest thing that come out of the internet.
Well, because these motherfuckers are vain as shit. And
exactly.
Who fucking cares?
I want one, but under the circumstances that literally I just want people to roast me. Like,
yes.
Tell me the fucked up shit that you think about me without the having to actually like say it to me.
Well, no. See, I want them to say it too.
Yeah, there's no fun there. To me.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean like you do it anonymously. Like I want you to talk shit to me.
There's no fun.
Yeah.
No, I want to know.
No, I want the reaction.
I'm a glutton for punishment. Tell me what you think of me.
Yeah, the only thing I do is just post Rick rolls.
That's great.
Oh, I thought you were about to say dick pics. Like, that would be great. Like,
I should start doing that.
We are no strangers to love.
You should just go on everybody's profile and be like, dick pic, dick pic.
And then it gets shut down. Joe shuts it down.
It's all because of Joe, because he goes to different ones, just keep posting dick.
This uncircumcised wiener keeps popping up in my account.
And it keeps folding in different
this fucking turtleneck. What do you mean a fucking turtleneck keeps popping up.
Do you guys tell people that the show's NSFW?
We're not that close. We read the fine line. Yeah. Josh, where can they find you on social media?
Oh, I don't even know anymore.
His fucking name.
You said Grindr at Milky Mitts. Milky Mitts on Grindr.
Travis, being our guest, where can they find you?
Sundays on Audio Suplex Live.
Yes, please listen to Audio Suplex
Listen to me
Live.
talk about wrestling. We have a show coming up Sunday.
Yes.
We're going to have a Wrestling Mania extravaganza. It's going to be great.
Right.
We're going to talk about the modern-day Maharaja getting kicked in the head by Shinsuke Nakamura repetitively. We're going to have some laughs, some
Except
cries.
Shinsuke is still going to lose because Vince McMahon doesn't want to put him over because he's saying pretty much fuck you to New Japan.
That's fucked.
I don't think he should give him the belt anyway. Fuck Shinsuke.
He's not big. He's not big enough for it. He could probably hold it, but he's not big enough for it yet.
Just put him and Finn together.
Yeah, let's just leave it on Jinder Mahal.
I'd rather have it on Jinder than Nakamura.
Hot
take. Hot take.
Marketing.
I would like to see Jinder feud with somebody that's not Randy Orton, just to see if he can actually do it.
AJ is the only one that I want to see him feud.
Oh my god,
no! They're gonna keep that stupid U.S. title on him for the next like 3 months,
so he can go out there and just go. Ha.
But we can talk more about this on SummerSlam preview, right, Travis?
Yeah, that's going to be Sunday at 1.
Fired up hot take. Finn Balor sucks, too.
A.K.A. Finn Boring.
Yeah.
Too sweet me.
The Boring Balor Club?
The Boring Balor Club, dude. Puts me to fucking sleep. Unreal. This is the stuff I can't say on my show because I have to be like, oh, my God, I guess Finn Balor's talented, I guess.
Why, man? I went on your show and said it.
He's so sleepy. Oh, my God.
You can say whatever you want. You have a podcast. You have a mic in front of you.
I know, but
you literally can say whatever you want.
You can't say
that? I can, but I choose not to.
Why not?
Well, because also
Travis is playing the game.
He is.
Oh, he's a pussy.
No. I'm 100% playing the game because, honestly...
Time to play the game.
You give Corey and I the chance to sell out, we're going to take it every time. So we're trying to build up a repertoire of like.
You don't think we'll sell out?
So you need me to come in and bring some heat?
Nope. We're trying to get as family friendly as possible. Vince, hire us. We are PG.
Kinda.
I
mean, there's some things you have to clean up. But
anyway, so Sunday, 1 p.m. this coming Sunday, before SummerSlam, make sure you guys tune in, check out Audio Suplex Live. We will not have Corey this week. Corey will be out of the studio, but we will have JJ Castillo, Robert Lopez from Northwest Ohio Wrestling will be joining us. I think Sean's coming through, the pre-show stopper. It wouldn't be a pre-show without him. So, but yeah, and then you can follow me. Just actually don't, Sean.
You can find Sean giving hand jobs and blowjobs behind Speedway.
The convenience
Meet me
stores
there.
of Speedway.
And check out Chick Flick Flicks. They're doing this movie.
I'm actually going to remove
Good night,
the
Deb.
link to this. Good night, Deb. Who the fuck is Deb?
Check us out on Facebook.com/ED Podcast.
Or on Twitter at eDysfunctionPod.
Don't forget to check us out on Facebook.com/ED Podcast.
Also, you can follow our asses on Twitter at eDysfunctionPod.
You want that news about that ED? Check us out on Facebook.com/ED Podcast.
Do you want to hear nothing? Go to eDysfunctionPod on Twitter.
For your limp dick news, follow us on Facebook.com/ED Podcast.
And for boner killing, nipple hardening news, you can also follow us on Twitter at eDysfunctionPod.
Facebook.com/ED Podcast.
Twitter at eDysfunctionPod. Wait, we didn't do the YouTube one.
Also, check us out on YouTube at Erectile Dysfunction, a Nerd Complex podcast.
Yay! And you can follow us on YouTube on what is it again? Line?
Erectile Dysfunction, a Nerd Complex podcast.
And you can follow us on YouTube on.
You can follow us on YouTube at Erectile Dysfunction, a Nerd Complex podcast.
And you can follow us on YouTube at Erectile Dysfunction, a Nerd Complex podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Limp dicks and limp dickettes.
Would that just be sad vaginas then?
Very sad, sloppy vaginas.
I don't know if it would just be a frowny face.
Frowny face. It just looked like roast beef.
God damn it, Sean.
It would be bad.
I can't eat sandwiches now.
Like, you really ate roast beef sandwiches.
What, man? You don't throw some roast beef and like some turkey on some shit?
Fuck no.
You've been listening to the Nerd Complex Podcast Network.